Hello everyone, my name is Nuggets, and I want to talk about a little game that I like to play called Dive. You see, Dive is this Roblox game on the small corner of the internet that is just like Nullscape, but I'd even argue that it might become better in due time. You see, the game has been out for a little while now, and it's actually getting its 0.3 update soon. Just like Nullscape, this one's going to add more environments, it's going to add more upgrades, more abilities, probably some bug fixes, hopefully some bug fixes, and it's going to add just a bunch more content so you can enjoy the game, and maybe some quality of life changes. So, this is what I want out of Dive's 0.3 update. Number 1, I hope we see some, cooldown increase for Diver's ability. Unlike all the other classes that are extremely overpowered, Arbiter with its super good speed boost that is very easily manageable in late game, and Wizard's super advanced movement that can surpass all other classes, although Arbiter is the easier one, Diver is kind of left in the dust. You see, even though he has a 10 plus base speed boost, this doesn't really help with the fact that his ability is the good old unreliable. You see, if the cooldown was just decreased, we would be able to use it more, just like other classes are able to use their abilities more because they either have a system that is easier to manage, or they can save their resources. Divers don't have resources to save. Therefore, I believe it's kind of unfair that Divers is left in the dust in the meta class, unlike Wizard or Arbiter per se. So, I think it's best if we get some quality of life changes specifically to Diver, so we can make them as overpowered, and that will bring me into my next point, because if everybody's overpowered, then we need to make the enemies stronger. Number 2, add some better curses. In this game, in the late game, it gets pretty easy. After a while, you start noticing, oh wait, you can choose these enemies and they'll literally help you on your journey rather than hurt you. There are some curses that make it more difficult, but things like the moon curse, you'd think it'd be a lot more punishing, but it actually isn't. It makes the game a lot more calming, and it actually makes it easier to do. And for me, Lap 2 is one of those late game curses that really affects the game in a more challenging way, and therefore I feel like we should have more late game curses that are like Lap 2. Therefore it's this is your absolute punishment for getting to the late game. And it needs to be more difficult because your class is very powerful. And this should also emphasize that you should start playing the game with other people as opposed to just, by yourself, because you can very well play this game by yourself. I've done it multiple times. My furthest run was almost 50. I was actually at stage 45 and then I decided to quit because it was, way too easy to do. Therefore, I feel like there should just be that added challenge. And with added challenge, I feel there should be more progression. Number 3, add more upgrades. It's specifically upgrades for mobility and upgrades for your stamina and health, because I feel like after a while, you're gonna be where are all the upgrades at? There's not a lot. In fact, there used to be an upgrade that was really good, just costed a lot. I wish they add that because it would reward players that made it to the very late game. And since it's not there, it's what are we doing this all for? Therefore, I feel like they should add better upgrades for late game, add more upgrades for mid game, maybe some more mobility upgrades, like I said, like Nullscape. Usually in Nullscape you want to go for money upgrades first, then you go for mobility, and then you go for the overpowered ones, like more shields or gift magnet, stuff like that. And I feel like it would really help people connect with the game more, because Dive is already a lot better in the early game than Nullscape is, just because of its change in aesthetic. It's more so of a fast-paced platformer than a roguelike platformer like Nullscape is. And that's why I find Dive a lot more enjoyable than most would probably find it as enjoyable as me. I don't know if that sentence made sense, but I feel like it would help the game a lot if we just added some more freedom, added some more things that we could do, specifically. Everything else that I wanted out of a 0.3 update, it actually is going to be added. I've seen the teasers, I've seen the sneak peeks. It looks pretty good. They're adding more customization. They're gonna add like more things to the environment. Now what I did want them to do was add custom soundtracks, because I even made my own personal little UST a while ago, Lap Around the World. I'll put that in the description somewhere. But I really hope they are open to like having more music in their game than what they have. Not downing on the music or anything, I'm just saying it's a bit lackluster in some aspects. Like, you have the initial lap music. The initial lap music is really, really good. But lap 2, it can be a little bit underwhelming, it feels. It feels more like a goofy encore than a challenging, like, you're gonna probably die here type of moment. And I really don't like that about the game. And really, that's all I have to say. Maybe just a little thing else that I want to add is like time upgrades. Like, there should be a way to add more time infinitely as laps get longer and longer. Therefore, like, after a while you start getting the dang it, I forgot the enemy name. But it's basically like a giant clock that chases you after the time runs out. And basically, there's an upgrade where you can get 0.75 times coin yield for a slower version of that like insta-kill enemy. And it's kind of like, well, might as well get it if I'm always going to be dealing with them in late game. So I'm just saying, maybe we should balance some things out, maybe add some more things, like the upgrades that I'm proposing. And I really like custom music tracks, and I definitely like Diver to get a lot more respect. I know they're going to add more cosmetics and everything, but I also hope they allow you to see your friends' usernames. That's a big one. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. And Nuggets out.